Konnichiwa! I'm redecorating my games room. Before I do that, I need to tear it down. But before I put everything back into storage, I thought I'd do a games room tour. Game on! So this is where my games room's at the moment. I've taken out all the shelving that was along there that held all the PS1 games, that's all gone. All the IKEA stuff that was over there, that's all gone. All the stuff that was in those is up in the loft. Just got some bits and bobs. And then I've moved things that are essential gaming over to this side. And then within a couple of weeks that will go up into the loft as well. So I thought I'd give you a quick tour of what's left in the games room at the moment. So over here we've got lanyards from different shows I've been to. There's GDC, I think this year, Connect, Tokyo Game Show 2004, E3, when was that? That was 2012. So there's the Turbo Graphics. So I did the video a couple of weeks ago. And then this box here is full of joypads and wires. And then I've actually got a load of toys and figures and memorabilia and Link stuff. There's Mario Pez. So these are the plaques I've got for making various games. There's a platinum plaque for the Getaway there. You see that. It's the BAFTA plaque for the Getaway. There's one of the most favorite things I have in my games collection. So Legend of Zelda signed by Miyamoto. So up here, what we got up here, we got like that's a 6432 and that's test. So there's a PlayStation 3 test up there. That figure, this Link figure I actually got for in Japan when I visited that in Tokyo. And then down here, we got Assassin's Creed. There's the Ridge Racer Type 4. That's the collector's edition for Little Big Planet 2. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That's my old PlayStation pass to get into the building. This is really awesome. Let's see if I can open up this with one hand. So this is the Eye of Judgement Press Kit. I'm going to try open it with one hand. And basically when you pull that side, the other side opens up. So there's the Eye of Judgment, and then on the other side we've got the game. And this actually opens up as well. And there's press kit and cards. This is the Magnavox Odyssey. This is the first ever games console. This is my Master System. So these will all go back in the box while I store Panasonic 3DO. So I got that from Tokyo. Press kit for Resistance. That's the press kit, that's cool. And then down here we've got the PlayStation 3 stored. Then my favorite console, the Mega CD, Xbox, Xbox One. And down here, this is just full of stuff. This is kind of cool. This here is the award that Microsoft gave to employees when they released the Xbox One. So it's like a glass thing. This here, oh, this is kind of awesome as well. So this was given to Phil Harrison and he didn't want it. I think it was like a corporate gift that Sony gave out. Oh, I can open it. So that's a PlayStation watch. And then there's just bits and bobs in there. And then down here, just some of my books. This has got some loose games in. So this has got loads of handhelds. Again, so I've got all the boxes for these. I should probably should box these up before I stick them up in the loft. I think in the back there, right at the back there, we've got a PlayStation 1, green PlayStation, chip PlayStation. This is the Resident Evil edition of the GameCube, normal GameCube, Oya, Intellivision, Atari 2600. This is a fake Famicom that I bought in Tokyo. PlayStation 2 in there. I think I've got my Dreamcast in the back there, then the Wii, and then some kind of chargy bits and bobs. And then some box stuff, what we got here. iPad, Time Crisis, Final Fantasy press kit, the Getaway press kit, Book of Spells. Then as we move up, we've got some Mega Drive games. I think there's about 26 in there. Sonic Knuckles, Virtual Racing, Streets of Rage 3, Phantasy Star, That's awesome. I love Fantasy Star. Then we got some Master System games. These are kind of my favourite Master System games. We've got loads more up in the loft. Retro Gamer Daz, there's a game for you. The Terminator. Over here, we got more Master System games. We go down here, some more Mega Drive games. I think I got Mega Drive games behind here as well, holding these ones up. And then I got a load up in the loft as well. So we move up, we got Link here. So this Link I actually got from the Nintendo employee store in Redmond, and it's amazing. They just got all these figures and toys and merch, and they got like a little museum just outside with arcade machines that Nintendo have made. There's my Jinx up there. There's Katamari Damacy. You just see the prints. Hello, there's the prints over the back there. Collector's edition of Killzone 2. These figures are figures from a game that never got released. So it's a game I was making at Microsoft. It's called Eden Falls. It's very cool. Stacks of PlayStation 3 games at the back there. And then I got PlayStation 2 all the way along here. Boxed Ico, boxed Shadow of the Colossus. This is the Game Boy box. And then a few of the PlayStation 4 games so I can get easy access to them. Some of them are still sealed. I need to kind of play them. Got the Vita up here. Still play that. I love my Vita. Amiibos. This is the getaway version up here. That's really expensive at the moment. It's going for about £1,000. Some of my Switch games. This is Fable 3. So this version of Fable 3 is actually signed by my friend Simon Carter, and Simon was, along with Dean Carter, his brother, were the creators of Fable, and he came and worked with me at my Microsoft studio, and he signed it for me, which was very cool. This little guy here is my avatar that I have in Little Big Planet. That's my character in Little Big Planet, so I built that. More Little Big Planet stuff, more PlayStation 3 stuff, Super Nintendo with Mario All-Stars. I love that. First for figures. I've actually done a video on this. I'll throw up a card up in the corner there. More PlayStation 2. And then we got Xbox 360 along here. Some of it. It's not my whole collection. Then Xbox One. And you can see the Disney Infinity characters. I got most of them. I've probably got about 70% of the Disney Infinity characters. They're very cool. More Xbox One, and more of those are up in the loft. Some of the Wii games that I still play, and the rest are up in the loft, and some of the GameCube games, and again, I've got some more stuff up in the loft there. My main cabinet, and I've had it styled out kind of custom Neo Geo, so I've got my own custom artwork in there that I wanted, but then the Neo Geo button setup, obviously there'd be a, if it was true Neo Geo, there'd be another red button here and you wouldn't have these extra ones there, but these are Samwar bat sticks for the same that you got on the Neo Geo, and then the left-right player. This is a slimline one. Again, I got a really small room, so I went for a slimline, but the coin up is built in there, so even though it's MAME, you can put coins in there, and that's how it adds credits. It's really cool. Got some Mega Drive games here. Dune 2, Decapitate, I love Decapitate. Flashback. Speedball. We got some more Master System games at the back there. Moonwalker. That was the VHS edition, so it came with like a VHS tape. Streets of Rage 1, Streets of Rage 2. We've got only some of the SNES and Intellivision games here because they got the cardboard boxes. I didn't want them out while I was packing up, so I've only got ones that I'll kind of play a little bit over the next month or so. Solar Jetman, Rad Racer. If you look back in one of my other videos, I'll throw that up. There's a Nintendo 3D system that came out only in Japan, and Rad Racer was one of the 3D games that worked with the headset for that. Then we've got Intellivision along the back there, and I've probably got 80% of the Intellivision collection. Some more Intellivision at the back here. Some SNES games. Got Snake's Revenge. So that's technically the second Metal Gear Solid, Snake's Revenge, but Hideo Kojima didn't make it and he hated it, so he doesn't acknowledge it. Then only a few of the SNES games out as well. I've got my SNES Mini downstairs, so I've been playing on that, but kind of ones that I like to dip into every now and then. Mario, Pilot Wings, Star Wings, Mario Kart. Then this is just all the way back. There are PlayStation 1 games. So down, I've still got about 200 PlayStation 1 games down here. So most of the PlayStation 1 games are still down here, but there's some amazing ones. G-Police, I really like G-Police. Street Fighter Alpha 3, probably the best Street Fighter on the PlayStation 1. World of Warcraft 2, Project Overkill, Alien Trilogy. This is more PlayStation games. Some of my Game Boy games out, mainly Game Boy Color. I don't have many original Game Boy games, I need to get more of those. Vita games, Katamari, that's awesome. Ridge Racer is amazing, Gravity Rush is amazing. Actually, I got the Gravity Rush figure up here. Oh, there she is. So I got that one in Japan as well when I visited Japan. Some of the Dreamcast stuff, obviously Shenmue, really excited for Shenmue 3 coming out. So kind of the stuff that I'd play more often. Back there is Saturn games, PlayStation 3 games and PlayStation games. PSP collection, not all of them, but some of them. More PlayStation 3 games. So that's all PlayStation 3 games there. A couple of Blu-rays over there. And this little shelf here, we've got some more Mega Drive games. There's my Neo Geo X cartridge at the back there. N64, SNES, and there's a Mega CD game actually at the back there. iToy for PlayStation 2. So I've got my Neo Geo X set up, and that's for a future video. Magician Lord on at the moment. So yeah, there's a quick overview of the most essential things that I had to have out in my games room before I go and rip it all down and redecorate it. If you're looking for more retro gaming room tours or retro gaming goodness, then subscribe by clicking on my little pixel head below. And while you're here, check out these awesome videos for more retro gaming goodness.